Girl sat in the middle of the railroad tracks, intending to let the train roll over her. Tears poured out like fountains, her eyes filled with despair. Watching the train approach slowly, her whole body trembled. She didn't dare to look, but she was ready to face death. Compared to a hellish home, death seemed like a release to her. Perhaps by some divine grace, the train stopped right in front of her. Back at home, her father showed no concern, only delivering a merciless slap. Then he took Ellie upstairs, and what followed can only be imagined. The heart-wrenching cries continued. Her only sister covered her ears, stopped by Aunt May, for this proved her status in the house. The punishment from her own father was more intimidating than any other. Upon learning about it, Uncle Peng the security guard approached Ellie, asking if she was being treated differently, but Ellie denied it, knowing that telling the truth would only bring more torment. At this point Uncle Peng could only let it be, though he knew the whole story. He thought it better to avoid further trouble. Ellie was taken to the hospital, where she finally showed a smile, because at least the hospital was safe. But within days she was taken back home by her father and Aunt May. That day, Ellie went to the priest to pour out her grievances, but the priest was just a sanctimonious listener, unwilling to believe the torment Ellie endured was real. Ellie cried, saying all she wanted was to go to heaven to find her mother. That was her only wish. Home. Aunt May accused Ellie of stealing from the church. In fact, it was she who had taken something while the priest and Ellie talked. Now she was accusing Ellie first. What was most hateful was not her framing Ellie, but her father's blind judgment. He picked up a stick and headed towards Ellie's room. The young girl faced injustice again. After an unknown amount of time, Ellie's vacant eyes looked nowhere in particular. Banging on the floor with her last bit of strength, she wanted to end it all, to leave this cold world. Hearing the door open, she stopped. Aunt May with scissors in hand cut off her hair. This time Ellie did not resist, nor did she scream, because all she had left was despair. In the morning, Ellie sat by the table muttering to herself, ignoring Aunt May's words, which enraged her completely. She then took a red-hot iron from the stove, and the screams echoed from the room once more. Shockingly, Aunt May tortured Ellie for an entire day, from daylight until dark, her body covered in burns, until her father returned. Ellie stumbled downstairs, her tearful eyes looking at the father who once was warm, hoping he would save her. But faced with his scarred daughter, the father remained indifferent. The moment he turned his head away, Ellie's heart died. Seeing her again, everyone was shocked.